Have you ever wondered what happened to those who vanished into the ruins after the deadliest conflict in human history? Embark on an exciting journey with us as we explore the intense hunt for runaway Nazis. This gripping story combines daring pursuits, dramatic trials, and the unwavering quest for justice in a post-war world. From the historic Nuremberg Trials to undercover operations, our video reveals a chapter in history that is both haunting and heroic. Stick around to uncover the astonishing stories of elusive Nazis, discovering how some faced justice while others remained a mystery. Post-World War II, Europe was a landscape deeply scarred by conflict. The year 1945 marked not just the end of a devastating global war, but also the beginning of a monumental task: rebuilding a continent from the ruins and seeking justice for the unspeakable atrocities committed. In this shattered setting, amidst the rubble of once thriving cities, the urgent need to address war crimes and hold perpetrators accountable came to the forefront. This period saw the birth of the Nuremberg Trials, an unprecedented series of military tribunals. Starting November 20, 1945, these trials were a testament to the Allied powers' commitment to justice. For the first time, high-ranking Nazi officials were prosecuted under international law, setting a legal precedent for future war crime tribunals. The formation of the London Charter provided the legal basis for the Nuremberg Trials. It was a groundbreaking document, laying down the procedures and defining new legal concepts like crimes against humanity and genocide. The trial's significance extended beyond the immediate punishment of war criminals. They symbolized a collective acknowledgement of the horrors of war and a commitment to preventing such atrocities in the future. Through meticulous collection and presentation of evidence, including survivors' testimonies and documentary footage from concentration camps, the trial sought to bring a sense of closure and justice to a world still reeling from war's horrors. After the fall of the Third Reich, a covert and relentless pursuit began to bring Nazi war criminals who had fled to evade justice to account. This part of history is marked by the daring and tenacious efforts of individuals known as Nazi hunters. Among them, Simon Wiesenthal, a Holocaust survivor, stood out for his unyielding dedication to tracking down over 1,100 Nazi fugitives. His notable success included the capture of Adolf Eichmann, a key orchestrator of the Holocaust. However, the path to bringing these war criminals to justice was riddled with challenges. The geopolitical landscape of the Cold War sometimes hindered these efforts, as political interests clashed with the pursuit of justice. Legal obstacles were also significant, as many countries lacked the necessary laws or extradition treaties to prosecute crimes committed elsewhere. The efforts of Nazi hunters were not just about retribution, they were a crucial part of keeping the memory of the Holocaust alive. The trial of Eichmann in Jerusalem, shown worldwide, helped teach people about the terrible events of the Holocaust. The quest for justice, against all odds, underscored a fundamental moral imperative to acknowledge and learn from the past. Through the actions of these determined individuals, the hunt for Nazis in hiding became a defining element in the post-war era. It reshaped our understanding of justice and accountability and left an indelible mark on history. In the aftermath of World War II, the pursuit of justice brought several high-profile Nazi war criminals to the forefront, with the cases of Adolf Eichmann, Klaus Barbie, and the elusive Ivan the Butcher standing as prominent examples. Adolf Eichmann, often labeled the architect of the Holocaust, orchestrated the logistics of the mass deportation and extermination of Jews. His capture was as dramatic as his crimes. Abducted from Argentina in 1960 by Israeli Mossad agents, Eichmann's trial in Jerusalem was a watershed moment. Broadcast globally, it was the first time the horrors of the Holocaust were brought into living rooms around the world, profoundly changing public perception and awareness. Eichmann's defense, arguing that he was following orders, sparked a worldwide ethical debate about obedience and responsibility. Klaus Barbie, nicknamed the Butcher of Lyon for his brutal torture tactics while leading the Gestapo in Lyon, France, eventually faced consequences after years of avoiding justice. Having escaped to Bolivia with the help of clandestine networks, Barbie's freedom ended in 1983 with his extradition to France. His 1987 trial shed light on the collaboration of post-war governments in tracking down war criminals and highlighted the suffering of the French resistance and Jewish victims, contributing significantly to France's reckoning with its Vichy past. The story of Ivan the Butcher was full of mystery and debate, showing how hard it was to bring all Nazi wrongdoers to justice. He took part in horrible mass killings, and because no one knew his real identity, people all around the world heard rumors about seeing him and trials happening even when he wasn't there. Unlike Eichmann and Barbie, Ivan's capture never materialized, symbolizing the ongoing struggle to apprehend all responsible for Nazi atrocities. These trials, each distinct in their proceedings and impact, were far more than mere legal reckonings. They served as crucial public forums for exposing the depths of Nazi barbarity and educating generations about the Holocaust. Moreover, they underscored the necessity of a relentless pursuit of justice, regardless of the time elapsed since the crimes were committed. The legacies of these trials continue to resonate, influencing international law and human rights advocacy across the globe, serving as a reminder of the horrors of the past and the ongoing commitment to ensure they are never repeated. Despite the monumental efforts of the Nuremberg Trials and other subsequent war crimes tribunals, many Nazi war criminals managed to elude capture. The reasons for their escape and evasion are complex and multifaceted, weaving a narrative of post-war chaos, geopolitical shifts, and in some instances, sheer luck. One of the primary reasons many Nazis escaped justice was the immediate post-war chaos. Europe's political and social landscape was in disarray, allowing numerous war criminals to blend into the masses of displaced persons. Amidst the rubble and ruin, tracking individual perpetrators became an arduous task. The lack of centralized databases and coordinated international efforts further compounded the challenge. Priorities shifted as the Iron Curtain descended, marking the onset of the Cold War. The geopolitical landscape was now dominated by a new kind of ideological warfare between the Soviet Union and the Western Bloc. In this climate, some Nazi war criminals found unlikely protectors. Their experience in intelligence and espionage became assets to both sides of the Iron Curtain, leading to a murky world of moral compromises where former Nazis were recruited and protected in exchange for their cooperation. The network of escape routes, known as rat lines, also played a crucial role in aiding Nazi fugitives. These clandestine paths, often facilitated by sympathetic organizations and individuals, including certain members of the Catholic Church, provided escape routes primarily to South America and the Middle East. Figures like Joseph Mengele, the infamous Angel of Death from Auschwitz, and Adolf Eichmann, a principal architect of the Holocaust, were among those who benefited from these networks, evading justice for years. If you're interested in learning more about World War II and the people who supported Hitler, watch our detailed video on Hitler's allies. The challenges of legal jurisdiction and extradition laws further complicate efforts to bring these criminals to justice. Different countries had varying legal frameworks and levels of commitment to prosecuting war crimes, leading to inconsistencies and loopholes that savvy fugitives exploited. Moreover, the lack of technological advancements at the time impeded international communication and data sharing, making it easier for war criminals to adopt new identities and start anew. Despite these obstacles, the efforts to bring Nazi war criminals to justice have been relentless and continue to this day. Organizations like the Simon Wiesenthal Center have been instrumental in tracking down these individuals. Technological advances such as DNA analysis and digital record keeping have reinvigorated the pursuit. International cooperation has also significantly improved, with countries increasingly willing to extradite suspects and share information. As we conclude our exploration into the post-World War II era, it's important to remember the incredible efforts made to bring Nazi war criminals to justice. We've uncovered the stories of relentless Nazi hunters who chased down individuals like Adolf Eichmann, Klaus Barbie, and even Ivan the Butcher, shedding light on their capture, trials, and the profound impact these proceedings had on public awareness of the Holocaust's atrocities. But our journey doesn't end here. It's crucial to acknowledge that even decades later, there are unresolved cases, and some war criminals have evaded capture. The pursuit of justice continues as a reminder that the quest for truth and accountability is a timeless endeavor. In our ever-changing world, we must reflect on the past to prevent history from repeating itself. So, let's leave you with this question. What steps can we take to ensure we always remember the lessons from this historical chapter and stay committed to building a more just and peaceful world? It's a question that transcends generations, inviting us all to play a part in shaping a brighter future.